going to get in your way if I'm creating like a block.
2025 and the 59th Commencement of Mercy High School. At this time, we ask that all cell phones be silenced. Please take note of the location of the exits, and we ask that all aisles remain clear throughout the entire ceremony. If you would stand, please, for the singing of the national anthem by Mercy's Chamber Choir and the invocation which will follow. Commencement invocation. And Durbacher.
Let us bow our heads in prayer. God of mercy, known by many names, heard in many voices, we praise and thank you for gathering us together to celebrate the accomplishments of these special young women of Mercy's graduating class of 2025. We thank you for the gifts of these graduates, their excitement, their awesome wonder, their open speech and encouraging words. We thank you for the friendships they have made, for the lessons learned and the memories they have created. Their contributions have blessed and challenged us, and we have become a richer and more diverse community because of them. Guide them and strengthen their resolve to walk in the footsteps of Jesus as modern-day disciples in a world that needs their spirit. Bless them with the joy of knowing that they can be productive of good to society for your greater glory if they trust in your love. We ask your blessing upon all those who have loved and guided them to this special moment. May the God of mercy bless and protect them as we pray all this in the name of Jesus with the help of Our Lady of Mercy and inspired by the life of Venerable Catherine Macaulay. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Bacher. You may now be seated. Good evening again. Most Reverend Richard Reedy, Bishop of the Diocese of Norwich, along with Chancellor Father Peter Langevin and Deacon Jorge Escalona, Sister Georgianne Bumbaco, Chair of the Board of Trustees, along with fellow Sisters of Mercy, Sister Peggy O'Neill, and Sister Patty Moriarty. Father Father Marvin Barris, pastor of St. Pius Church in Middletown, and Father William Wallace. Mr. Nicholas Soretta, president of Xavier High School, and Mr. Benjamin Florsheim, mayor of Middletown. Families, faculty, staff, friends, and you, the graduates of the class of 2025. The honor of greeting everyone this evening is bestowed upon the co-salutatorians of the class of 2025. Emily Bernard of Portland is the daughter of Eric Bernard and Katrina Candiano. Emily is a scholar of endless gifts and interests, as capable of building a computer as she is of writing a novel. She is an omnivorous, lifelong reader, a fan of sci-fi and feminist literature, and it follows that she is a wordsmith of the highest ilk. It is STEM, however, that is her guiding passion, and in her decorated career with the Tech Tigers, Emily has represented Mercy with class and expertise at competitions from Waterbury to Hartford and West Springfield, Massachusetts to Houston, Texas. She was captain of this year's team and for 4 years served as its programming lead. Emily is a model of coolness, composure, and confidence. An industrious multitasker who this year wielded the gavel as president of the Macaulay chapter of the National Honor Society. And on weekends, participated in out-of-state ice skating competitions. She also never fails to exhibit a unique personal flair as evidenced by the different pair of hand-painted shoes she wore in each of her years at Mercy. This year's theme, a lily pad-filled pond in the style of Monet. In addition to these roles, Emily served Mercy in many other capacities in her time here. She co-captained our Girls Who Code Club and served as a co-lead of the Library Advisory Board. Not to mention, she was a member of 5 other clubs. They were Breakfast Book Club, American Sign Language Club, Writing Club, All Are Welcome, and Girl Up. Emily has been awarded several times for her efforts. She was recognized as a National Merit Scholarship Commended Student in her senior year and was selected as a Connecticut High School Coaches Association FRC Robotics All-Star during her sophomore and junior years. Along with those honors, she received the Society of Women Engineers Certificate of Merit for Excellence in Science and Mathematics as a junior. Outside of Mercy, Emily found time to work as a Learn to Skate instructor for Learn to Skate USA and Black Bear Sports Camp, and assisted as a children's summer reading volunteer at the Portland Public Library. Emily will attend Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute this fall to study computer science. Ladies and gentlemen, Emily Bernard.
Hi everyone. It is truly amazing to see all the faces here tonight. The parents, grandparents, siblings, and friends that are supporting us. The faculty who have been there since the moment we stepped foot here. And of course, the class of 2025, the exceptional people we are all here to celebrate tonight. I've heard the word graduate so many times. I'm sure we all have. When I was younger, it was always just wait until you graduate high school. When I got to Mercy, it was suddenly look at all those seniors graduating. This year, it finally became our graduation. One word that has haunted the narratives of our lives, and it is finally coming to pass. 2 weeks ago, I gave a speech in front of the student body. I talked about what we were leaving behind when we were graduating. The memories, the people, for many of us, even the steak. Seniors' last day was bittersweet. People cried and laughed and were finally over the fact that this year was really ending. It was about finality, about leaving. But that's not what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about what we will be bringing with us. Firstly, from this school. I may be here as post-Salutatorian, but I also know that there are 102 brilliant students sitting in this room. Each one of us has talents and passions we will bring into the next step in life. Something Mercy taught us, or at least me, was what I loved. I learned how to try new things and how to find my place in the world, whether it was on the robotics team with Miss Ray, in writing club and book club with Free, or in ceramics class with Miss Roper. I learned what I truly liked to do. Freshman year, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer. Now I'm entering college as a computer science major. No one in this auditorium will have the same path in life. Some of us will be teachers, some of us will be engineers, some of us will be finance pros. It doesn't matter if we've known our path since elementary school or if we are still undecided, because Mercy taught us how to grow, how to become more of ourselves. And we will keep doing that not only in college, but for the rest of our lives. As for this class, not everyone in this class has been here the whole 4 years, but all of us are still inextricably bonded to each other. There may still be people here you haven't spoken to or who you only know because of a mutual friend, but we are all the class of 2025. We sang When I Was Your Man for 2 straight minutes at the Go the Mile retreat. We sat through multiple Come to Jesus talks our freshman year. We've taken the most active role in more school events than I have time to list here. We made Mercy a great place for all of us. And I know the class of 2026 will need to give all they can if they even want a chance at being as good as us. When someone says the word school, you automatically think of classes and grades and homework. But there's something else, too. This school is home to friends. It is home to people who have made me laugh and who have been there through tough times and text rants. It is full of people I'm not afraid to tell terrible dad jokes to, and people who cheer when someone writes another college on Mrs. Stoli's board. There's Julia, who tries not to laugh every time I have to tell Mrs. Jacko I didn't do the practice packet. There's Caitlin, who encourages all my intrusive thoughts, even though she probably shouldn't. Corinne, who's been a fixture of Advisor 106 since 2021. Maddie, the first friend I made at Mercy. Courtney, who I couldn't have survived the AP Sciences without. Emma, who lived through many FaceTimes and more tea-spilling sessions than I would like to admit. We are a culmination of all our life experiences, of friends and family, of good experiences and bad, of Mercy, our own ship of Theseus. The question of if a board is replaced, is it still the same ship? For me, right now, that answer is no. Not one of us is replaceable. If even one of us was replaced with a different person, no matter how similar, it would not be our class. Each one of us has made our mark, from the 30 Julia photos Emma hid in Butterly's room, to the life-size Troy Bolton, to the structure of student organizations. We cannot be replaced, we cannot be forgotten. Small things to big, we are the class of 2025. Some of us here may think this is the end. Our last achievement has been unlocked. But there is so much left that we can do, that we will do. We still have stuff to do, to see, to explore. And I know that each and every one of us can do it. We are Mercy, all of us, the class of 2025. Our journey is far from over, and as you go, as you look to what's ahead, bring a token of what is behind you. In just a few minutes, we will walk across this stage and step into the rest of our lives. And I have every confidence that we will all do amazing things. Go forth, class of 2025, and be all that you can.
Thank you, Emily. Catherine Lomentad of Higganum is the daughter of Leo and Denise Lomentad. Kate epitomizes the whole person education that Mercy strives for. Tonight, she speaks from this stage as your salutatorian for the class of 2025. But back in September, she appeared as Princess Peach to unveil our Mario Kart walkathon theme. In December, she trod these boards as a Christmas angel in Pure Ministries prayer service. And in March, earned a Halo nomination for her performance as Miss Honey in the school musical Matilda. Just 2 weeks ago, seniors' last day concluded in this very room with Kate's farewell remarks, which left her classmates in tears of nostalgia and gratitude. In every season, she made inspired use of her gifts in service to her school. Kate has led her class by service and example, modeling the joy, hard work, and camaraderie that make Mercy the special place that it is. Beyond her stellar academic performance, Kate leaves Mercy having experienced nearly everything the school could offer. This fall, she was a member of our Class L State Championship soccer team, where she finished the year as the Connecticut High School Coaches Association All-State Girls Soccer Scholar Athlete. As Student Council President, Kate spearheaded so many of our beloved traditions throughout the school year. From freshman frolic to cake auction, she was front and center, helping all Mercy students find and enjoy their place in the school. For Kate, the position was a long-held goal after serving on our junior executive board last year. Kate was also a peer minister, treasurer of the French National Honor Society, as well as a member of the Broadcast Journalism Club and Ecology Club, for which she dutifully emptied the recycling bins after school each Friday. As a junior, she was also recognized as an AP Scholar with Honor and our school's Yale Book Award recipient. Outside of Mercy, Kate also found time to volunteer as a counselor for Hospital for Special Care's Adaptive Sports Camp, where she taught life and leadership skills and promoted confidence and independence to youths living with disabilities. Kate will attend the University of Virginia this fall to study business. Ladies and gentlemen, Catherine Lomentod.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the class of 2025 graduation. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kate Lomentod, and I was given the honor to speak this year as co-salutatorian. Let me start by apologizing to the people who are now just processing that there is a second salutatorian speech they must sit through. I really drew the short end of the stick with the last name later in the alphabet, because as we all just witnessed, Emily Bernard is quite an act to follow. I promise I'll try to be at least half as interesting. I want to take the time I'm given to first thank the people who allowed me to stand up here today. I am of course talking about my family and friends, and the faculty, staff, and administration of Mercy High School. I would have never been given this opportunity without the people whose shoulders I stood on. All those people who gave me the ability to explore, to try, to fail, and to succeed. Mercy to me has become a family. I don't think I'll ever be fully able to articulate the ways in which this school has transformed me as not just a student, but a human being. I could spend hours talking about the memories I have made here, the laughs, the tears, everything in between. And as the graduating class knows, I did just 2 weeks ago. As I reminisced, as Harley dressed as a baby, Mrs. Ray locked in the bathroom for an hour on April Fools, Jeremiah, our Boston tour guide, and Miss Drury breaking it down at Go the Mile. But today, to not repeat myself for the graduates and staff, I want to instead be a little more serious and tell you what the past 4 years have taught me and how I believe they have prepared me and all of us to take on the future. Just 2 takeaways, I promise. Years ago, on a drive to a soccer game, my dad told me to search up a word he recently discovered online, Sonder. Sonder is the realization that each passerby is living a life as complex as your own. Ever since that moment, it's stuck with me. Sonder is the moment you're on a busy road, strangers pass by, and you wonder where they are going, what their life consists of, what their story is. But throughout high school, specifically through moments of hardship I've endured and witnessed in my family, in others, in school and out of it, I've realized the ways in which this phenomenon doesn't just apply to the random passerby, but also those closest to you. The people who are your siblings, parents, friends, teachers. They are side characters from your perspective, but I believe there is value to trying to see others as main characters. It teaches you to be selfless, to be empathetic, to be supportive instead of competitive. But to do so, you must first be sure of yourself. You have to be confident in yourself so that you can celebrate others. I challenge you all in your next chapter to allow yourself to step back from the center stage our life so easily places us in, and instead watch others shine as their own main character. Being the good side character in someone else's story is just as, if not more valuable, as being the perfect main character in your own. That's number one. It's good to be the side character sometimes. Number two is something that I believe without mercy, I may have never discovered. Strive to master the art of the balance. I feel as though I'm leaving this building having gotten the most out of it because of balance. Soccer and theater don't really go together, but learning to balance them taught me how to be creative and a good teammate in two drastically different yet complementary settings. Student council, as my fellow officers know, was no small feat, yet without it, I would have never learned that leading meant first listening. And hanging out with friends to make memories after deciding I had done enough work for the night was stressful, but if I didn't call it quits every once in a while and made the memories that high school is all about, I would have never stayed happy, became confident in my own skin, and learned how to work hard and have fun. Finally, trying to do track while playing soccer taught me that I shouldn't do track. I quit within a month. Sorry, Myers. What I mean by all this is that you don't have to do everything, but you should never be afraid to try. Don't limit yourself to what you think is possible, because one day, everything that is now attainable was once impossible. You can do more than you think. The only thing that is stopping you is your own mind. Try the sport, the club, the leadership position. Ask questions and get answers. Be an advocate for yourself and for others. Don't spend too much time getting good at one thing. Versatility is everything. Effectively balancing different disciplines helps you balance the stressors of life with relaxation, the burdens with passions, the frustrations with joys. My fellow Mercy graduates, I hope that when we move our tassels and mark the start of our next chapters, you dare to remind yourself that everyone else lives a life as complex as your own, and challenge yourself to practice balance and try the things you are afraid of, the things you don't think you are capable of, the things you don't think you have time for. I think we can all agree that the past 4 years have flown by, and may often find ourselves agreeing that time is the thing we always seem to be running out of. But I promise you, there is so much time. It amazes me that despite being the greatest people I know, each of you are just a fraction of the person you are going to become. There is so much of your story left to be written. Make it a good one.
Thank you, Catherine. Diplomas will now be presented to the members of the class of 2025 who have successfully completed all the requirements for graduation from Mercy High School. It is a long-standing tradition at Mercy High School that guests show their respect by holding their applause until all graduates have received their diplomas, so that the parents, grandparents, and family members who have sacrificed so much can proudly hear their graduate's name announced. We thank you in advance for your courtesy and compliance. Also, we remind you that no cameras are allowed near the stage area. Individual photos of each graduate receiving her diploma will be sent to the graduates as a gift from Mercy High School. Bishop Reedy, I present to you the class of 2025 of Mercy High School. Julia Hope Lewis. Emily Ann Bernard. Catherine Elizabeth Lomentag. Clara Adelaide Delfina Romero. Chloe Marie Gabori. Gianna Chiara Mangiello. Ava Flanagan Pear. Leilani Min Duong Vasquez. Isabella Rose Height. Catalina Lexa Koji. Kaylee Elizabeth McCauley. Caroline Esther Phillips. Olivia Krina Arcari. Mercedes Marie Artais. Kaylee Colleen Benson. Logan Elizabeth Binnington. Madeline Olivia Brazil. Madison Lindsay Brenneman. Molly Rose Butler. Kylie Joanna Cahill. Lauren Victoria Carta. Emma Rose Caruso. Maria Del Carmen Siniglio. Lila Autumn Clark. Kaylin Guadalupe Cordero Herrera. Isabella Kathleen Dina Talley. Alexandra Grace Epright. Hunter Elizabeth Erickson. Sienna Rose Fagan. Sophie Christina Favali. Grazia Maria Ficara. Emma Adeline Gilson. Emma Rose Goldenberg. Kara Ann Galarni. Brianna Itzel Gonzalez. Nomara Christina Guzman Toro. Serena Catherine Elizabeth Harger. Bella LeMay Hartley. Olivia Ann Sullivan Hartman. Bethany Crystal Harwood. Carly Rose Harwood. Sophia Elizabeth Hebert. Caitlin Rose Horniak. Corinne Maureen Howe. Brianna Daryl Ann Herlock. Alea Saray Jackson. Aja Nicole Jelks. Kayla Mackenzie Johnson. Natalie Marie Jones. Lauren Anna Justo. Megan Kelly Kasparowski. Madeline Katz. Grace Marie Kearns. Allison Grace Kadursky. Elizabeth Ellen Kelly. Erica Marie Kelly. Courtney Lynn Kluwicki. Amelia Cerise Hua Lally. Jordan Hannah Larson. Sadie Stetson Laurie. Gretchen Rita Lee. Julia Rose Lelko. Isabella Faith Levesque. Kira Laughlin. Ava Rose Louiselle. Cara Elizabeth Magro. Gabriella Marchese. Riley Jean McCormick. Kaylin Emma McMahon Egan. Morgan Annalie Mealy. Catherine Teresa Miller. Hannah Elizabeth Mills. Sophia Ola Nagorski. Kayla Isabella O'Connell. Grace Luis Palmieri. Caitlin Marie Pelletier. Anna Olivia Pizzo. Peyton Jenna Polsonetti. Maria Elizabeth Haber. Nita Rana Khan. Caitlin Sarah Riley. Cora May Rigg. Taylor Isabella Rovetti. Ava Elizabeth Roy. Caitlin Price Russo. Julia Elizabeth Sally. Ziamara Raquel Sanchez. Trinity Julia Saucier. Lainey Marina Smith. Ainara Anaí Soto Cabezas. Sophia Angel Stevens. Sage Mary Ann Savalstead. Skylar Lynn Swanson. Angela Margaret Field. Sailor Thomas. Mary Elise Ties. Anna Veronica Westberg. Riley Margaret Witchman. Olivia Page Young. Caitlin Elizabeth Uris. Graduates, I invite you to stand and face your loved ones. Mercy. Out there, especially the shorter ones. They love you. All right, girls, at this time, please move your tassel from the right to the left, symbolizing your graduation. The sincere congratulations to the class of 2025. You may be seated. It is with great pleasure that I welcome Bishop Reedy this evening to the commencement exercises of Mercy High School's class of 2025. Bishop Reedy was installed as the Norwich Diocese's 6th bishop on April 29th, just weeks ago. It is our absolute pleasure and honor to have him celebrate with us this evening, and we look forward to sharing in faith and community for many years to come. I present to you Bishop Reedy.
Thank you, Mrs. Drury, and congratulations to the class of 2025. It's a great honor for me to be here to present you with your diplomas. And I was talking to some of the young women in the hall when they were lining up before graduation, and one of them was showing me her class ring and 3 other rings, championship rings for her soccer team. And I understand that one of our graduates here in last fall's championship got an assist by passing off to her sister at the very last second with time expiring. And that was the winning goal, the championship. And I think there's a lesson in that, an assist. And this has already been said here this evening about how you help one another, how there is a great glory, there's a great win when we can work together and accomplish great deeds. And that's the lesson of the gospel as well, that we strive to love one another, Jesus says, as he loved us. And that's sacrificing for others. Maybe not taking the shot when one could seek the glory themselves, but passing it off to someone else who can have a better odds of making the goal for the entire team. I hope that your time here at Mercy has helped you understand that, and to appreciate the assistance that you've gotten from your faculty, your administration, your family, and your friends, pulling together in good times and in difficult times. It's an honor for me to be with you here tonight. Mrs. DeJong, it's a great privilege for me as the new Bishop of Norwich. Then I have all these wonderful opportunities and to be here with you tonight to share your joy, your accomplishments, and to witness the happiness, the pride of your parents, family, and friends. It's a great honor for me. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
Excellent job, Bishop, for your first time. You missed it? I said, excellent job for your first time. As an alumna of the class of 1995, Ms. DeJong knows well the excitement of this day and will now offer her remarks to the graduates. I present Ms. Alyssa DeJong, President of Mercy High School.
Good evening, everyone. Bishop Reedy, Father Peter, Deacon George, Sister Georgianne, Sister Peggy, Sister Patty, Father Marvin, Father Wallace, Mr. Soretta, Mayor Florsheim, families, faculty, staff, friends, and most especially, the graduating class of 2025. As I stand before you today, I am filled with a deep sense of pride and gratitude, not only because of all that you have accomplished academically, but because of the kind of people you have become. In a world that so often measures success by competition, achievement, or titles, you have reminded us daily that true greatness lies in how we care for one another. You reflect values that Pope Leo XIV, in his inaugural Sunday Mass homily as pontiff, emphasizes, including unity, peace, compassion, and service to others. From the moment you walked through these doors as wide-eyed freshmen, there has been something unmistakably beautiful about your class. It wasn't just in your talent or your determination. It was in your instinct to reach out, to lift each other up, to listen deeply, and to act with compassion when it mattered most. Whether it was organizing food drives, walking beside a friend through a hard time, or pausing to pray for someone in need, you lived our school's mission, not as a motto, but as a way of life. One moment that captured the heart of who you are as a class happened just a few months ago on our school retreat day in January. I remember walking through the hallways that afternoon and seeing the walls, the lockers, the doorways decorated with sticky notes. Not just any notes, but little squares of hope, kindness, and truth. Each one handwritten by you for each other. Some were simple, some brought tears. All of them were sincere. You are worth it. Smile. You are important. God loves you. You are strong. Always be you. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. You have a future. You can always try again. Every part of you is amazing. Don't be stressing, you are a blessing. Your smile makes others happy. There is more to life and it is out there waiting for you. Stand tall. Be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Since the retreat day, I have noticed at times students, faculty, and staff slowly walking by, quietly reading for a moment, smiling, or even wiping away a tear. Everyone who reads those notes is reminded of something the world may not always tell you, but we all in this room know the truth, that you are deeply loved, beautifully made, and capable of extraordinary good. As you step out into the world beyond these walls, I hope you carry those sticky notes in your heart. Maybe even write your own and tuck them in your journal, put them on your mirror, your dorm room wall. And when life gets noisy or hard or uncertain, as it sometimes will, go back to those words. Let them remind you who you are and how powerful it is to speak light into someone else's life. There was one sticky note in particular that I often read myself. It is simple, a verse written in neat handwriting with a small heart drawn underneath. It said, God is within her, she will not fall. It's Psalm 46, verse 5. That note stayed with me, not just because of its beauty, but because it felt like the very spirit of this graduating class. God is within her. That's you, each of you. Through every late night study session, every sports practice, every moment you lifted a friend, every time you stood up for what was right, even when it was hard, God was within you, and he still is. She will not fall. It doesn't mean life will always be easy, but it does mean you are never alone. You carry a strength that comes not only from your gifts and talents, but from your faith, from a God who walks with you into every unknown and every new beginning. If you remember nothing else from today, remember that verse. Let it be your anchor. Whisper it to yourself when things feel uncertain. Write it on a new sticky note and place it somewhere you'll see it. And more than anything, believe it. God is within you. You will not fall. And so, class of 2025, as you prepare to walk into the next chapter of your lives, I offer you both a blessing and a challenge. First, the blessing. May you go forward wrapped in the truth of who you are, compassionate, courageous, and full of grace. May the sticky notes of your heart always echo the words you gave so freely to others. You are strong. You are loved. You are enough. May you never forget that God is within you, in your joy, in your doubt, in your rising, and in your resting. And now the challenge. Be the sticky note. In a world that can sometimes feel sharp-edged and hurried, be the one who slows down, sees others, and speaks kindness. Keep writing those words of hope, not just on paper, but in the way you live. Let your compassion be loud. Let your faith be real. Let your love be the kind that changes lives, because it already has changed mine and everyone in the room tonight. You've already shown us what it looks like to be a light. Now go out and be that light in a world that needs it now more than ever. Congratulations, I am beyond proud of you. And may God bless each step you take from here.
Thank you, Ms. Dijon. We would like to recognize alumni who are special to the class of 2025. 13 members of this class are daughters and granddaughters of Mercy Alumni, Middletown, Connecticut. We would ask that those graduates come forward now, and that alumni mothers and grandmothers come forward as your name is called, so that your graduate can present you with a yellow rose. This is our way of showing how grateful we are for carrying on the Mercy tradition through your daughters. Tricia Clapp, class of 1994, accompanied by Hunter Erickson. Jacqueline Simpson Gilson, class of 1993, mother of Emma Gilson. Cindy Salemi, class of 1989, mother of Kira Galarni. Jennifer Catania Horniak, class of 1990, mother of Caitlin Horniak. Amy Murata Katz, class of 1987, mother of Madeline Katz. Karen Hintz Lee, class of 1990, mother of Gretchen Lee. Trisha Violet, class of 1987, mother of Ava Louiselle. Stacy McMahon, class of 1990, mother of Kaylin McMahon Egan. Ann Krkolowski, class of 1990, mother of Kaylee McCauley. Laura Rocco Nagorski, class of 1998, mother of Sophia Nagorski. Angela Rangel Stevens, class of 1986, mother of Sophia Stevens. Susan Thomas, class of 1988, mother of Sailor Thomas. Elizabeth Hill Moon, class of 1974, grandmother of Caitlin Uris. At this time, we ask that all alumni of Mercy High School stand and join in singing in the singing of the Circle of Mercy. The lyrics can be found in your programs. I now invite Mrs. Melissa Bullock, Principal of Academics and Technology, to the podium to express our deep gratitude for the dedicated men and women on our faculty and staff.
I'd like to start with a quote from Gertrude the Great. Lord, in union with your love, unite my work with your great work and perfect it. As a drop of water poured into a river is taken up into the activities of the river, so may my labor become part of your work. This aspiration of uniting work of teaching with the love of God for our students and being an instrument of God's work in them is a characteristic of every teacher we have here at Mercy High School. We are all part of this community that has as its mission the formation of these young women emotionally, education. Together, we are so proud of this class of 2025. I want to take this time to express our gratitude to our dedicated teachers and highlight a few who are reaching milestones in their lives here at Mercy. First, I would like to ask you to join me in celebrating two teachers who have reached their 25th anniversary year as teachers or drops in the river of the Mercy community. The first I wish to speak of brings her love of culture, language, and baking. As the moderator of the National Honor Society, Italian Honor Society, and Cooking Club, just to name a few, this teacher is a role model for women in leadership and how to accomplish loving acts of service. Congratulations to Mrs. Daniela Bailey, and thank you. Dressed as a Christmas tree, the Statue of Liberty, or Cruella de Vil with some soccer Dalmatians following behind. An award-winning coach and proponent of women in mathematics and STEM, we say congratulations to Mr. Marcus Harley and thank you for your years of dedication. She has been a part of this Mercy community for the past 23 years. Her warm and welcoming smile is a true testament to the spirit of Mercy hospitality. In my first year here 12 years ago, I can remember attending my first swim meet and having her come to sit right beside me, greeting me and explaining what was actually happening in the pool. She has been a consistent presence, mentor to new teachers, school mom to many Mercy girls, and will be sorely missed. She has promised to return occasionally to be a sub, and you know that I will remember that offer. Thank you, Mrs. Lynn Nauman, for your many years of service.
help to make the mission of mercy and God's love come to life in these hallways each day. God bless your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bullock. The honor of formally bidding farewell to one's classmates is traditionally bestowed upon the senior with the highest academic average. Julia Lewis of Middletown is the daughter of Suzanne and French Lewis. While Julia has maintained the highest grade point average in the senior class, she is better known for her busy, helping hands and for being a model of service to her community. It is in her joyful and generous nature to place others first. She is a prolific scorebook keeper, bulletin board arranger, yearbook editor, and more. Always saying yes to Yeoman's work on her path to sterling achievement. Julia exhibits an infectious excitement for learning, her voice rising to outdoor levels as she discusses mathematics or research methodology. No student better represents the faith component that is so essential to a Mercy education. Julia was elected by her peers as the May Queen at this year's May crowning ceremony to crown and venerate the Blessed Mother. 5 days later, she excitedly traveled with campus minister Ann Derbacher and administration to celebrate the ordination of Bishop Reedy at the Cathedral of St. Patrick in Norwich. As a senior, Julia held multiple leadership positions, including co-captain of our mathematics team and the president of Mu Alpha Theta National Mathematics Honor Society. Yet, those titles only scratch at the surface of a very crowded resume.